Matelyan here, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about rhythm variations. I have a lot of students that ask me questions about when they're trying to write songs or even when they're trying to play solos that they run out of ideas as far as rhythms go. So they say they're playing something or they're trying to write something and they have a pattern that they want to use, but as they go along they tend to use the same pattern over and over, or they just can't come up with another idea. So today I want to go through a couple exercises. I'll start with a basic strumming pattern and then go through some different variations on it and show you different ways that you could change a strumming pattern up or change up a rhythm, and just to give you some different ideas on what you can do with it. I'm going to put a document with this video that you can use to follow along. It would help if you can read rhythms on sheet music, but if you can't, it's not required to go through this exercise or through this video. So let me start with the first one. Basically just a straight eighth note pattern, real simple, and then we'll talk about the different changes that we're going to do on it. So that's our first pattern. So that's just a straight eighth notes, real basic. And then what we want to talk about from there is how to come up with some different changes on top of that. One of the best ways to vary up a rhythm is with ties. Ties are just when you connect two notes together. So we'll throw ties underneath that eighth note pattern, and then you'll see that some of those notes get held out and spaces out the rhythm a little bit more. So let's take a listen to that. So you hear the ties there, they kind of put those spaces in on top of that straight eighth note pattern, so adds a little bit of a twist to it. Second thing I want to look at is mutes. So mutes is basically when you just mute the string for that set number of, that set beat or that set eighth note, however you have it in there. So we'll take a look at that one next, and this will be rhythm 3. So the mutes, second concept I want to go through, and then lastly here on rhythm 4, what I did was I just combined rhythm 2 and rhythm 3 to get you kind of a hybrid of adding mutes and ties to a rhythm. So again, all of this is coming from the first rhythm, just straight eighth notes. Now we're throwing mutes in there, and we're throwing a tie in there, and we're getting this different rhythm for number 4 here. So just an example of how you can mix those two together and just get kind of a hybrid idea using the mutes and the ties. Next thing I want to talk about for rhythm 5 is playing on the upbeats. So a lot of people tend to want to play on the downbeats because it's more comfortable, it's more predictable. But once you get into a little bit more advanced playing, sometimes that can be kind of monotonous, and you want to vary up the rhythms a little bit to put a little more interest. So exercise 4 here places a lot of the strums on the upbeats, which is the 1N, 2N, 3N, 4N. So when you look at this exercise, try to follow along with the counts underneath, the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, to see where the strums are placed. And you'll see that most of them are placed on the upbeats, not the downbeats. So this is exercise 5. So that concept, again, adds a lot more interest to it because it makes it seem like the guitar is not following, say you're playing with the drummer, and not following the drummer with the downbeats. So it really separates the two, or if there's any other instruments, played on the upbeats kind of separates the guitar from whatever else is going on, just to keep that interest going, keep the individuality between the instruments. So then rhythm 6 here is same concept, uses a lot more of the upbeats, but this one's spaced out a little more, so it makes it a little less predictable to see when the next strum's coming in. So let's listen to number 6 here. So that one you can see it's really spaced out some more, and the strums are kind of more intermittent, but where they're placed on the upbeats makes it really stand out from the drum beat. And then moving down the last two rhythms here, rhythm 7 is just a combination of 3 and 4. So the first and third measure are coming from rhythm 3, and then the second and fourth measure are coming from rhythm 4. So they're combined to make a kind of hybrid rhythm that alternates measures. Alright, and then to the last rhythm here, this one is another combination. This is mixing rhythm 5 and rhythm 6. Same idea, rhythm 1 or measure 1 and measure 3 are coming from rhythm 5, measure 3 and measure 4 are coming from rhythm 6. So let's hear this last one. So those last two rhythms were just examples of how you can take, say you have two different rhythms and combine them together to get kind of a hybrid sound there. So another way to mix, say you have one idea you like, another idea you like, and you don't know what to do with the two separate ones, try to combine them and see if they flow together. So coming to a conclusion here, everything you've seen is just different ideas of how you can vary. Say you have a rhythm and you want to just do something different. You can throw ties, you can throw mutes, you can try to move strums onto the upbeats, you can combine different strumming patterns, mix everything together to get just different hybrid sounds, and the possibilities are endless with it. So the best way to learn it is to just go and practice. Take something you have, say something you're writing or something you know, and just try to put some variations on it. It helps a lot more to write it down, if you can. Just write it on paper and then throw ties, throw mutes, anything in there that you can to get a different sound. But so that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching.